All right, I hope you guys liked that blurry S. I'm sorry to take it away from you, but here we are. It is time for our second match of the day. It is Jelizerg against Ryung. I am Artosis. He is Tasteless.
Are you done with the intro? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, they had more to say.
I know. I did that on purpose just to see how long it would take you to do anything.
How well? I was at, 2.5 seconds?
Something like that.
0.3 repeating?
You waited till it was awkward and then said something. It was just right.
At the GSL Code S.
Yeah.
So, we have... we have a Terran versus Zerg here. I don't know if Jelizerg can beat Ryung. I think Jelizerg's Zerg vs. Terran is really good.
Yeah.
The problem is that Ryung is at a level that I can't even measure of good right now.
Ryung is very quietly one of the best players in the world right now.
Ryung is such a pimp nerd.
From the first games that we saw of him, Tasteless, his TVT was completely astounding. His other matchups, very good. He won through a special little tournament, his spot in Code S. And here he is. If he beats Jelizerg, I think there's a very good chance he wins the whole thing because I do feel Ryung's TVT definitely better than Top's and Optimus's. MVP, that's a hard one. That's a pretty hard one. But Ryung has given me the most impressive TVT thus far in GSL.
And he has put his eye drops in.
Oh, my God.
He does not want to blink once, Artosis.
No, he does not.
And here's Ryung. He's one of our younger players.
Just putting the red eye in from Cowboy Bebop, getting that reaction speed way through the roof.
That's right.
There's going to be Mafia hitmen coming in to shoot him, and he's going to jump out of the booth, break their necks, go back in the booth, and not miss a macro round of Marines.
He will have split his SCVs in between then.
This actually worked out so well. I watched the first episode of Cowboy Bebop again last night after not seeing it for years.
I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, really? That's like one of the classics, man.
Well, I'm like...
I saw that when I was like 14 or something.
You're the guy who hasn't seen Ninja Scroll, right?
No, I've seen Ninja Scroll.
Oh, you haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, right?
I actually almost saw the entire thing. For some reason I got busy. I think
I'm talking about the old movie, right? Not the because there's like
there's a series and a movie.
Yeah, the movie's amazing.
I don't recall if I saw the movie. I was watching the series.
You would know.
Tasteless, you don't know how much anime I've seen, okay?
Have you seen Akira?
No.
Okay, then you haven't seen any anime.
Actually, Tasteless, hold on. Stop the GSL. I have seen at least 30 times more anime than you.
Yeah, I know.
At least 30
But you didn't see
times.
Akira.
Have you seen every episode of Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Have you watched Naruto? Have you watched Bleach?
No.
Oh, wow.
But
I guess
saw
you've
Akira.
seen anime and I haven't.
But I've seen Akira.
I get Full Metal Alchemist. Have you even seen that?
I've seen some of that.
Some of that?
Some of that.
You haven't seen all the eps?
Nope. No.
Anyways,
you let your fans down.
Jelizerg, he's actually had a much easier path here than a lot of players. He won against Genius and Snare and Hongan. And yeah, no, I mean, they're obviously all great players, but that's one of the easier roads to the round of 8. There's no question, no argument. You look at the road of MVP, he's flawless against champions so far in Huck. Shalai, on the other hand, has beaten the guys that have never made it past a round of 8. Actually,
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
Hongan
he's
made a
beaten
round
the
of 4,
weaker
but
half
that was
of our Code S players. There's no doubt. Unlike MVP, who actually took out like Spider-Man, then Superman,
yes.
then Deadpool.
Well, this was their matchups recently, and well, it's not as bad as it looks for July. His losses are to MMA, who took out an SC, MVP, who's basically a god, and Sculp, who's unbelievably good from NS Hosa.
Oh yeah.
Now the losses for Ryung are one against Violet, one against Juke. He's a very clever Zerg. Violet, not the sickest fan of, and then Terius, who's just like a good Zerg. But his wins against Zerg, they're good players, but they aren't huge caliber like Rain, like Nada, like MVP that we see some wins from Jelizerg on.
Should be pretty interesting. I think we'll know a lot more about how this is going to look for the rest of the series once we see how Jelizerg performs in game number 1.
Yeah, we definitely need to see a little bit more.
No shocker that Jelizerg got rid of Zelnaga Fortress.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Actually, it's not really surprising that we saw Crossfire eliminated, despite the fact that we think of that as a Terran map.
Yeah.
Zergs are beating Terrans on it. So
they are.
I guess results are what we want to go by here.
And July's actually like the guy that knows how to play that map. He's like, wait, there's more than one path. And you're like, so why does that matter? He's like, ha! And he counterattacks you.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do? You counterattack. You go all in him, or you go back and clean it up, and he runs away, Tasteless. It's invincible.
The countdown has started, and now, as I say that, the game is loading. Get ready for our Terran versus Zerg on the mat daybreak here at the GSL, Kodes, in Seoul, Korea. Oh, the Korean commentators have a lot to say. They're not even close to close that. I'm sorry, Joseph.
They're saying all sorts of things. I don't even know what they're saying. Look at that. Okay, now their headphone colors are changing. There's the S. Here we go.
Put that S on Sesame Street, then the little baby nerds will really learn about that letter and what it means, Artosis. Look, S is for snake. S is for silly. No, it's for Kodes at the GSL. But did you know that S stood for S? In the bottom left.
That's not how you spell S, though. You spell it yes.
Oh. We have our Terran. Hardest name to say. Ryung. Try saying it at home. Do a little trick with your tongue. Say Ryung. Many nerds here to support some of these newer players. In the upper right, we have our Zerg legend, one of the best Zergs from StarCraft 1, the God of War.
And wow, we have a lot of July fans here. Of course, July still looking for his first championship in StarCraft 2, much like Nada. Both have Nada.
Yeah, unfortunately. Looks like we're going to have a quick expand here for July. Expand on 15.
Ryung, on the other hand, is not doing any sort of rush. Looks like, in fact, he's going to go command center first.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that drone's going to see it, and he's not going to like it.
Then I'm tallying up the tattle.
And you know what? Jaizer said, hey, if you don't like it, do something about it. And he's attacking the SCV. That is a drone who knows what he wants in life and is working to make it better. We can all learn something from that drone.
That drone is a hero, Artosis. By the way, he's actually getting his gas now before his barracks. This is a command center gas barracks build.
Wow. You're quite right, Tasteless.
All right, Artosis. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good, man.
Yeah?
I am feeling on fire. I'm sad.
Had a fun little trip with you from MLG?
Of course. I am so fun to travel with.
You are.
Well, that's the end of that conversation. That's when Tasteless and I found out we don't have anything to talk about anymore.
We've actually used up every subject. Every subject.
We recycled them for a few months, but eventually we know that
all right,
we just can't be faithful
Time
anymore.
for the tough questions, Artosis. DDR or Pump It Up? Go.
You know what? Pump It Up is actually better.
It is actually better.
Yeah.
That's actually correct.
And I played almost none of it next to DDR. I played way more DDR, but
I thought you were going to say DDR and I was going to jump on you and be like, no!
No, I know what I'm doing. I'm actually right about everything.
No, Pump It Up actually is better.
I'm like an unstoppable force of nature, Tasteless.
You are.
Very unlike the Hurricane Irene.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that overhyped?
It was
Thank
Tasteless.
you, U.S. News.
Tasteless cast Guardian Shield and it was all over, man.
I know.
-2 damage from that. It was only like a category 2. It's like, well, I guess this sucks, doesn't it?
SCV taken out. He does see that the drone's already mining gas.
Jaizer with a quick Roach War in.
Wah. Actually, the quick Roach War is so smart. Terran goes command center, then gas, then barracks.
Well,
he obviously wants to get a factory.
Huh.
So,
well, he's getting a tech lab on it. If he goes for Hellions, then that could be very good. A second factory on the way, in fact. So it looks like he will go Hellion. Because if he's going 2-fact siege tanks, then I think that I may just be in love with Ryung and have to ask him to marry me.
He would be a good pick.
He would be. He's a handsome guy, very charming.
He's very stable.
He comes
sensitive.
he comes from a good family.
Yeah.
Like the stupidest thing to ever judge anyone by. The people you are born from without deciding are good, so I guess this is a good choice. It's like, well,
actually, it doesn't
that's
make
the stupidest thing that's ever been said.
Only Tomb Raids in this bunker, Totes. I think this Roach Rush might actually mess Ryung up.
It might. He's still rallying some out. He's making some Hellions as well.
Well, here's the problem is that, Hellions
that's
are
a
great
lot of
in the
roaches.
middle of the map against roaches. They're going to drive them out. But if you just send, a dozen roaches towards Terran, the Hellions are just going to die.
Well, right now he is sending 8, and he's going down a path that Ryung hasn't scouted yet. Ryung is going to find out about this now, but will it be too late? He does see a couple roaches, and now Ryung, he's actually not really preparing for this. Here we go. SCVs are coming up.
He can just go around the bunker, too.
Yeah, he might.
Watch this. LOL, I'm a roach. It's roach humor.
It's roach humor.
You gotta be a roach to really get it,
And look at this. The roach is just going up the ramp.
Look at this. LOL, I'm a roach.
And he runs right into the main base. But this means he can be surrounded. Ryung will probably, if Jaizer commits anywhere, bring out SCVs. The Marines are coming up the ramp. The SCVs are coming out. Jaiser's supply continues to grow in comparison to Ryung's. Siege Tank is out now. And these roaches are not long for this world, Tasteless.
Nope.
Nuclear war may not exterminate them, but a Siege Tank sure as hell will.
Followed it up with Zerglings. That's an impressive decision here. Don't know if Jaizer was actually watching when those Zerglings were parked out there.
Well.
Okay, this is a bad rally point. He's like, all right, Act 2, me losing Zerglings. And Q.
Wow, that was actually brilliantly done. The Zerglings would like to try it over, but too bad, Zerglings, you're dead.
You only live once.
Yeah. There's no Zerg Stalker unit that sucks Zergling souls out right before they die. Sorry.
Zerglings don't have souls.
Well, that's just mean.
Does that mean
if dogs go to heaven, Zerglings should too.
No. Zerglings go straight to Zerg hell.
Wow, that's rough.
It is.
I guess that's why they're so mean.
They are.
They don't need to lead good Zergling lives.
Now, we have 4 barracks now.
Yeah. Transitioning out. I love how he's making a good amount of siege tanks now. Just kind of patrolling the map with these Hellions. Supply right now, 58 for Ryung, 70 for Jaizer, so he's done a great job with that. 45 drones against 35 SCVs, but Jaizer's going to want to way up his drone count very shortly here. He should literally be making nothing but drones for a little bit to, really push forward his advantage.
He's got
if he sits on that number
right now.
Yeah, there you go. That's how to do it, man.
That's how you drone like a boss, nerd.
They see me droning.
They hate it. You're droning dirty.
That is a good song right there.
I had to get a prepay phone because I lost my iPhone and I'm still waiting to get my new iPhone.
Yeah.
And the ringer that I got plays this rap song. I don't know how to change it yet because I've just been too busy, so I have to be embarrassed every time it plays. It's the song's throw your hands up, throw your hands up. If you're really not fake, throw your hands up. I'm like, if you're really not fake, throw your hands up. Wow, man. You want me to write the lyrics to the song?
You have to throw your hands up or you're fake? That sounds to me like something a fake person would do.
Exactly. It's what?
Well, July Zerg continues to drone like a madman. 71 drones to 47 SCVs. That's almost reverse numbers. If you lost 3 SCVs, you could switch those numbers around, the digits.
Yeah.
Could play some numerology games with them and get the other numbers.
What does it mean? Who's going to win this GSL this season? We're going to find out with these arbitrary numbers.
We do have a Baneling Nest and Spire on the way for July.
Once again, July's slowing down at his creep.
He's not a creeper, man.
If you want to be a real creeper,
you
got to be about 30 years old and go to a high school party. That's
even if there's a girl that he likes that doesn't like him and he's standing outside her window looking in, no matter what she says, he's not a creeper. Yeah. All right? Seal could open the door for his wife. He's a creeper.
He is. Command Center almost done. This is a kind of funky number of units to be pushing out with, but I guess since Combat Shield is finished and Stim is on the way.
Yeah, this is a little bit odd, but he does have siege mode. He has a lot of siege tanks. And against no Mutalisk, siege tanks do all right. They do okay.
Well, it's no longer dependent on having the perfect balance of siege tank and marine. It's just winning.
In fact, Jaizer has 14 roaches on the way. Baneling speed half done. And these roaches are going to be getting out of their tasteless. Roach speed not even half done right now. Ryung may be hitting a sick timing. We will see. But the Zerglings getting in before everything's sieged. And here come the Banelings. Marines just running back. No Banelings hitting them. And Jelizerk's Roach army will be pushed back. But Ryung does lose quite a few Siege Tanks there. 4 Siege Tanks go down. 40 Lings on the way.
Oh my God,
Holy
look
crap.
at that blood.
That's a lot of blood. Looks like the Red Sea.
It does.
That's what the Red Sea looks like, guys.
The Red Sea. I love salty food. Sometimes I wish I could just sit in the Red Sea with a spoon. Sip on something.
Why not go in there with a straw? Or if you're a dirty guy, just put your head in it. Open your mouth.
I'm not quite enough.
Some people call it suffocating. Tastes just likes the taste.
That's right, man. I don't think a single Marine was killed in that attack.
No, they have combat shields.
Ooh, that planetary finish is just in time. And Jelizerk going to go for the counterattack now.
He does have a lot of supply right now, 159 to 122.
Oh, excuse me. He's going to go for an attack from behind.
He's going to flank. It looks like 32 more Lings are on the way.
But here's the problem is if Terran keeps pushing, which he might. Actually, he's a really good Terran, so he's not going to.
Well, tasteless. Yeah, I mean, this is good thing he's moving out before these Banelings done, but they do have speed. They are going to finish. And this is going to be scary for Ryung to get home. And,
you know, the main game that Jelizerk's playing right now is keeping this army that's out, stranded on the map, away from reinforcements. That's what's going on, Artosis. I'm glad you asked. Glad I'm here to help you.
Well, all I'm saying, Tasteless, is that here this comes. And nice targeting, but it looks like Ryung will lose all these units pretty badly. Good job by Jelizerk cleaning it up. But Ryung does have his 3rd base. And July's going to have to take a 4th and probably a 5th as well. He really needs to get a move on as far as tech and expansions go. You cannot be equal with Terran because even though you kill that Jelizerk, Ryung's just going to have that much again. And then what are you going to do? Kill it again? Well, all your stuff's damaged. You lost a lot of Banelings. You're not really harassing. He's safe. Little Roach group
Okay, this could be too bold.
Yeah.
I was getting worried. I was like, don't
a lot of
do
those
it,
Roaches
July.
are red, man. Good thing he didn't get hit by a shot of that splash damage.
All right. We do have, see here, looks like Jelizerk just trying to get that extra base up here. And then Jelizerk, by the way, is way ahead in supply at 179.
Yeah. And he's got a lot of minerals banked as well. Jelizerk just starting his harassment with his mutas.
Jelizerk supply blocked right now.
Very similar amounts of drones here to SUVs. In fact, exactly the same. Both at 77.
Here we go. Note that position of that command center is going to mess a lot of stuff up here for the Zerg.
And wow, so many Banelings just going down, not killing Marines. Does remove the siege tanks. Will July have enough here? A lot more Marines coming down from the high ground. And Ryung does, in fact, hold.
Oh my God, killing so many mutants on the way out, too.
Yeah, you know, July actually, he lost so many Banelings there, but he is morphing a bunch more. He's going to come back in, and after killing off all those siege tanks, oh no, there's 2 Thors on the way. That's not going to be nearly as helpful. Not nearly as helpful, Tasteless. This is going to be rough for Ryung.
All right. Once again, Banelings coming down now. Thors are going to be in the front to tank. Actually, this positioning might be too good for Ryung here.
Look at that splitting, and oh!
Well, so badass.
He just killed 17 or more SCVs. At least 17. That's pretty crazy. And here we go, Jelizerk never stops. He turns that switch on, and aggression is the order of the day. This is not Burger King tastes. You can't have Zerg like you want it.
Ooh, nice one, Artosis. I think at this point in time, Jelizerk's just going to keep bludgeoning the
He's
Terran.
killed him apart.
Yeah.
That's it, man. I mean, Jelizerk's in the base, and even though those Roaches are very badly hurt, they're going to do a lot of damage. More Zerglings coming in. GG. Wow, Jelizerk.
Jelizerk.
Well, he's in pretty good shape.
I have to say, I did not expect the game to look like that or end like that.
No, not at all.
We kept talking like, well, you know, Jelizerk's got to get that extra base up.
I hope right now Sella is telling him, hey, don't move out in the middle of the map with units. Jalizerg will crush them, and then he'll start attacking you. And guess what? And Ryung's like, what? And he's like, he won't stop attacking you. And Ryung's like, oh, that's bad. Yeah, it's bad, man. Jalizerg's good at attacking. He might be the best at attacking. That's why he's the god of war.
He might have wanted to go medevac drops. Against guys that go Ro8, you can just keep dropping for a while.
You can drop for a while.
You can do that.
It's something that's available.
Let's talk about how much of a warlock Artosis is. You look so warlock-like. Wouldn't he be a good warlock?
I am a warlock.
You'd be a good warlock.
Look at my name, Artosis. That's like a warlock
That's the
name.
sickest warlock.
Dude, you should see the magic battles that myself and Xenio have. I take my staff and I go, huzzah! And it like shoots like a beam.
And then he goes, summon bats! And then all the bats like form in front of him.
Xenio pulls his cape to the side and it makes a magical spell of shield. And then it hits back at me and I fly across the room into the wall like in Lord of the Rings.
You would be a good warlock.
Me and Xenio, man.
If I don't shave, I can do the werewolf. We can both pass as vampires.
You're more of a vampire than me, Tasteless. You're actually like one of those glittery vampires. When we go outside during the day, he's glittery.
I do.
He shines.
And I'm afraid of garlic and crucifixes. I don't know, man. Like,
well, that's a bad story from your childhood. Let's not get into that right now. I'm not your therapist. This isn't a couch, Tasteless. I don't want to hear it.
We're going to go into game number 2. It's going to be on Terminus Re.
Yeah. The Re-game.
The Re on Terminus. You could also pass as an Elven leader, maybe.
An Elven leader? Give me my Elven ears?
Maybe the one with Archer. Elven Archer.
An Elven Archer? I would hope I would at least lead the Archers.
Maybe an Elven healing mage.
A healing mage? No, not one of those. Not quite.
Try this potion I crafted.
The next map is going to be Terminus Re.
Ryung is probably in a bit of shock. I mean, if I was Ryung, I would have gone in this thinking I probably will be in good shape against
I have a quick question. Vampires, right? They only die from like crucifixes and sunlight and stuff.
Yeah.
Could you like just bring one to the moon, like the dark side of it, and just like put him there? And like he's actually fine because he doesn't die from things like suffocation or
I don't see why not.
So actually what should happen is the U.S. government should work with them and make them astronauts. That's actually what should happen.
Oh, that's smart because the rules
they'd
of
be
gravity
fine.
don't apply.
Yeah. That would actually be fine. It would be really messy for them to suck blood, though.
But here's something important. Think about this. So if you're a vampire and you're going to be in outer space, you try to turn into a bat and suddenly gravity doesn't work because your wings can't flap.
That would be terrible.
That would be terrible. Vampires, if you're in outer space, don't turn into a bat. You're going to get hurt. Ryung against Jalizerg.